Howdy, Wyoming. Rusty Pete here. Now, before we begin, I am legally required by Tod Wyoming to state the following. The opinions expressed by Rusty Pete do not necessarily reflect reality, science, common sense, or the opinions of anyone who has passed a literacy test, which I think is censorship. Anyway, well, first off, Lander got attacked again. Children of Adam fighting other children of Adam. You know what that means? Nobody can agree who's radioactive correctly anymore. Back in my day, if a cult wanted to worship glowing death, everybody at least agreed which glowing death. Big storms, big snow, big problems. Some folks say it's weather. I say, have you ever seen weather carry a sermon? Exactly. Weather ain't supposed to have a mission statement. Also, every time I hear Winter of Adam, it sounds less like a season and more like a product recall. Now let's discuss the giant red thing in the sky. Everybody got theories. I got better theories. It's a pre-war government surveillance camera. Finally finished booting up. Government technology takes forever. It's a giant protectorate eye. Somebody accidentally selected observe humanity instead of shut down. The normal sun got lonely. This is somehow my most believable theory. The red sun is actually Rusty Pete from the future. I have no evidence, but I refuse to dismiss the possibility. Now then, the moths, the wise one, the holy moth, razorback, look, I don't trust anything that knows more than me. That leaves approximately 6 people, and 3 of them are dead. Now folks ask me, Rusty, what's Razorback doing? Excellent question. I think Razorback is following Patty, which means one of 2 theories. Either Razorback is hunting Patty or Patty is hunting Razorback. And honestly, I ain't placing bets. Let's discuss the radio man. Tod keeps drop keys, which is suspicious. Nobody that cheerful survives Wyoming naturally. Every week he discovers something that should absolutely kill him. And every week he comes back with a story. You ever think about that? No? Think harder. I once saw him interview a man being chased by a death claw. Tod got the interview. The death claw did not. Explain that now. The mug. Everybody talking about the mug. Commander Prickleton borrowed the mug. The sky wanted the mug. Silver Miles stole the mug. The mug talks. Folks, I got a theory. What if the mug is just a mug? Nah. Don't believe that one either. I trust talking mugs more than silent ones. At least the talking ones tell you they're dangerous. Now the commander says everything is under control. I don't trust anyone who's lived 300 years and still says that. If you've survived 3 centuries, you should know better. Though I admit, if a giant talking cactus says, "Durrup dough into that chain," I generally don't. Mostly because he's usually right. Partly because arguing with a 300-year-old cactus feels like a fight I'm gonna lose. Glad you asked. The second son starts talking bad. The second son has been talking worse. Brick punches the second son. Honestly, best case scenario, Brick wins. I don't know if that's possible, but I don't know if it's impossible either. Now folks keep saying things are sleeping underground, ancient things, terrible things, world-ending things. And to that I say, have you seen Wyoming? Half the population already lives underground. How do we know the ancient horror ain't paying rent? What if the thing beneath Wyoming wakes up, looks around, sees all this, and goes back to sleep? I'd do it. A Brahmin in Warland ate 6 pounds of dynamite again. Nobody knows how or why. The Brahmin refuses interviews. Meanwhile, somebody reported seeing a death claw carrying a traffic sign. No further information is available, and frankly, I don't want any. All right. Here's my biggest theory. Ready? Everybody thinks the Wasteland is getting stranger. But what if? The Wasteland has always been like this. And we're only just noticing the maps were here, the sleepers were here, the weird was here. Maybe Wyoming's been screaming for 200 years. And now somebody finally turned the radio on. Huh. That's actually a pretty good one. Don't tell Tod, he'll steal it for the news. This is Rusty Pete, reminding you. Don't trust the sky, don't trust cultists, don't trust vending machines, don't trust anything that glows and knows your name. And if you see Patty carrying a sack full of loot and smiling, run. That means she found more loot. And she's about to find more. This broadcast may or may not have been brought to you by facts.